Micron. For years, that name meant just one thing to investors: the absolutely brutal boom and bust cycle of the memory chip industry. But now, the AI revolution is trying to completely rewrite that story. So, how in the world does a company known for volatility become a critical player in the biggest tech shift of our lifetimes? Let's dive in and break it all down.
Okay, so the whole debate around Micron, you can pretty much boil it down to what you're seeing right here. On the one side, you've got the old myth, the old story, that Micron is just a commodity producer, getting tossed around by these violent price swings. But on the other side, you've got this emerging truth, that Micron has become a strategic piece of AI infrastructure, as vital as the very processors it works with.
And this quote, man, it just perfectly nails the old way of thinking. The old playbook was simple: wait for the cycle to turn, ride that wave up, and then you'd better sell everything before the whole thing inevitably crashed. But that playbook might be dangerously out of date now. To really get why, we're going to peel this back like an onion, looking at 3 distinct layers of the new Micron story.
All right, first up, layer 1. I like to call this the toll bridge. This is all about Micron's physical moat. And look, before we even get to the flashy AI tech, you've got to appreciate the sheer brute force difficulty and scale of what this company has built over decades.
You see, the Micron we're talking about today isn't just some old company that got lucky. No, it is the result of decades of an absolute bloodbath of industry consolidation. That 2013 deal for Elpida, a total game changer. Micron is one of the last companies standing in an industry that has just chewed up and spit out countless competitors. They are, at their core, survivors.
Now get a load of this number. And listen, that's not revenue, that's not profit. That is just their expected capital spending for a single fiscal year. This is the price you have to pay to even play the game. You can't just wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I'm going to start a high-end memory company. The capital required creates this enormous barrier, this giant wall that keeps new competitors out.
Okay, so that's the physical foundation. Now let's move up to layer 2, the AI platform. If layer 1 was the giant, expensive factory, the hardware, then layer 2 is the technology, kind of like the operating system that runs on it. This is where Micron's products stop being just simple components and become a core part of the whole AI engine.
And the absolute rock star of this new show is HBM, or high bandwidth memory. Seriously, forget the memory stick you'd pop into your laptop. This is more like a skyscraper of memory chips, stacked vertically, sitting right next to the brain, the AI processor. Its whole job is to feed that processor a fire hose of data at speeds that are just mind-boggling. For high-end AI, this isn't optional. It's absolutely mission-critical.
But, and this is really important, we got to keep our feet on the ground here. With all the hype around HBM, you might think that's the whole business. But look at this breakdown. At its core, Micron is still fundamentally a DRAM company. That's its bread and butter. It's the fast memory that acts as a system's short-term brainpower, and it's the main economic engine, making up more than 3/4 of revenue.
And this right here is maybe the biggest point to understand. AI isn't just creating one new product line for them. It is structurally increasing the demand for everything Micron sells. Every single AI server needs way more DRAM. It needs that fancy HBM, and it needs a lot more storage. The whole AI machine is just incredibly hungry for memory, creating this massive rising tide that lifts all of Micron's boats.
Which brings us naturally to layer 3, the platform. This is where the cool tech turns into jaw-dropping financial numbers, and it's why Wall Street is basically scratching its head, trying to figure out what this company is actually worth now.
Okay, just take a second and look at these numbers. They are absolutely staggering. The company is on track to make more money in just the first 6 months of fiscal 26 than it made in the entire year before that. I mean, come on, that's not just a good quarter. That is a total, fundamental step change for the business.
I'm just going to leave that there for a second. More revenue in 6 months than the whole previous year. That kind of growth just breaks all the old spreadsheets and models.
And it's not like they're just chasing revenue at all costs. This number here, that's their record net cash position. So they're heading into one of the biggest, most expensive investment cycles in their entire history from the strongest financial position they have ever been in. That's huge.
So, the billion-dollar question, right? How do you even begin to value a company that's changing this fast? Well, I'll tell you the #1 way investors get this wrong. They look at a simple price-to-earnings ratio. That is the classic trap with these stocks. You see a low PE, you think it's cheap, and bam, you've bought it right at the top of the cycle, just before the floor falls out.
And if you look right now, on paper, Micron's trading at what looks like a bargain, around 12.6 times its forward earnings. But that cheap number is hiding a massive question. Is this the new sustainable reality? Or is the market whispering, yeah, but there's no way those earnings are going to last?
And that, right there, is the core investment debate. This is where our three layers, that physical toll bridge, the AI operating system, and the crazy new financial platform all crash into each other.
You've got two camps, basically telling two completely different stories. The bears are saying, whoa, slow down, don't get caught up in the hype. This is a cycle. It always has been. These profits are sky high, and supply will catch up and crush prices again. But the bulls fire back and say, nope, you're using an old map. AI has fundamentally changed the game. Demand is on a whole new level, and this company deserves to be re-rated as a core piece of AI infrastructure.
So at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one massive question. Has AI really done the impossible? Has it broken the brutal, decades-long boom and bust cycle of the memory business and turned at least part of it into a durable, consistent profit machine? The answer to that question won't just determine the future of Micron. It'll really help define a critical piece of how the entire AI revolution gets built.